കാലം മാറി മോനെ. ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഈക്വല.
മച്ചാൻ നമുക്കങ്ങ് കെട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ കല്യാണ ചെലവ് 50-50 ആൻഡ് നോ സ്ത്രീധനം. ഡീൽ. ചേട്ടാ ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ചായ.
So, what do we mean by modern times? We mean by modern times as those are governed by modern philosophy. What do we mean by modernity? Modernity is again something that has been a discourse that is constructed on a contrived bedrock.
സോറി ഗൈസ്, പെൻ താഴെ പോയി. ക്യാൻ യു റിപ്പീറ്റ് ഇറ്റ്?
ഒരല്പം ഫണ്ണില്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ എന്ത് ജീവിതം? ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക്ക് ഐസ്ക്രീം, പ്യൂർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്. പ്യൂർ സ്മൈലിന് വേണം പ്യൂർ ടേസ്റ്റ്. ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക്ക് ഐസ്ക്രീം, പ്യൂർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്.
എടാ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പയ്യന്മാരെ നോക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റേറ്റസ് അല്ല, ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻസ് ആണ് അല്ലടാ? കാലം മാറി മോനെ. ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഈക്വല.
മച്ചാൻ നമുക്കങ്ങ് കെട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ കല്യാണ ചെലവ് 50-50 ആൻഡ് നോ സ്ത്രീധനം. ഡീൽ. ചേട്ടാ ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ചായ.
So, what do we mean by modern times? We mean by modern times as those are governed by modern philosophy. What do we mean by modernity? Modernity is again something that has been a discourse that is constructed on a contrived bedrock.
സോറി ഗൈസ്, പെൻ താഴെ പോയി. ക്യാൻ യു റിപ്പീറ്റ് ഇറ്റ്?
ഒരല്പം ഫണ്ണില്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ എന്ത് ജീവിതം? ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക്ക് ഐസ്ക്രീം, പ്യൂർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്. സ്മൈലിന് വേണം പ്യുവർ ടേസ്റ്റ്. ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം. പ്യുവർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്.
എടാ, ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പയ്യന്മാരെ നോക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റേറ്റസ് അല്ല, ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻസ് ആണ്. അല്ലടാ? കാലം മാറി മോനെ, ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഈക്വലാ.
മച്ചാൻ നമുക്കങ്ങ് കെട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ കല്യാണ ചെലവ് 50-50 ആൻഡ് നോ സ്ത്രീധനം. ഡീൽ. ചേട്ടാ, ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ചായ.
So, what do we mean by modern times? We mean by modern times as those are governed by modern philosophy. What do we mean by modernity? Modernity is again something that has been a discourse that is constructed on a contrived bedrock.
സോറി ഗൈസ്, പെൻ താഴെ പോയി. ക്യാൻ യു റിപ്പീറ്റ് ഇറ്റ്?
ഒരല്പം ഫണ്ണില്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ എന്ത് ജീവിതം? ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം. പ്യുവർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്. പ്യുവർ സ്മൈലിന് വേണം പ്യുവർ ടേസ്റ്റ്. ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം. പ്യുവർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്.
എടാ, ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പയ്യന്മാരെ നോക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റേറ്റസ് അല്ല, ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻസ് ആണ്. അല്ലടാ? കാലം മാറി മോനെ, ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഈക്വലാ.
മച്ചാൻ നമുക്കങ്ങ് കെട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ കല്യാണ ചെലവ് 50-50 ആൻഡ് നോ സ്ത്രീധനം. ഡീൽ. ചേട്ടാ, ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ചായ.
So, what do we mean by modern times? We mean by modern times as those are governed by modern philosophy. What do we mean by modernity? Modernity is again something that has been a discourse that is constructed on a contrived bedrock.
Sorry guys, pen താഴെ പോയി. Can you repeat it?
ഒരല്പം ഫണ്ണില്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ എന്ത് ജീവിതം? ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം, പ്യൂർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്. പ്യൂർ സ്മൈലിന് വേണം പ്യൂർ ടേസ്റ്റ്. ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം, പ്യൂർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്.
എടാ, ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പയ്യന്മാരെ നോക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റേറ്റസ് അല്ല, ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻസ് ആണ്. അല്ലടാ? കാലം മാറി മോനെ, ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഈക്വലാ.
മച്ചാം, നമുക്കങ്ങ് കെട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ കല്യാണ ചെലവ് 50-50 ആൻഡ് നോ സ്ത്രീധനം. ഡീൽ. ചേട്ടാ, ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ചായ.
So, what do we mean by modern times? We mean by modern times as those are governed by modern philosophy. What do we mean by modernity? Modernity is again something that has been a discourse that is constructed on a contrived bedrock.
Sorry guys, pen താഴെ പോയി. Can you repeat it?
ഒരല്പം ഫണ്ണില്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ എന്ത് ജീവിതം? ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം, പ്യൂർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്. പ്യുവർ സ്മൈലിന് വേണം പ്യുവർ ടേസ്റ്റ്. ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം. പ്യുവർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്.
എടാ, ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പയ്യന്മാരെ നോക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റേറ്റസ് അല്ല, ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻസ് ആണ്. അല്ലടാ? കാലം മാറി മോനെ, ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഈക്വലാ.
മച്ചാൻ നമുക്കങ്ങ് കെട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ കല്യാണ ചെലവ് 50-50 ആൻഡ് നോ സ്ത്രീധനം. ഡീൽ. ചേട്ടാ, ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ചായ.
So, what do we mean by modern times? We mean by modern times as those are governed by modern philosophy. What do we mean by modern? Modernity is again something that has been a discourse that is constructed on a contrived bedrock.
സോറി ഗൈസ്, പെൻ താഴെ പോയി. ക്യാൻ യു റിപ്പീറ്റ് ഇറ്റ്?
ഒരല്പം ഫണ്ണില്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ എന്ത് ജീവിതം? ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം. പ്യുവർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്. പ്യുവർ സ്മൈലിന് വേണം പ്യുവർ ടേസ്റ്റ്. ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം. പ്യുവർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്.
എടാ, ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പയ്യന്മാരെ നോക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റേറ്റസ് അല്ല, ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻസ് ആണ്. അല്ലടാ? കാലം മാറി മോനെ, ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഈക്വലാ.
മച്ചാൻ നമുക്കങ്ങ് കെട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ കല്യാണ ചെലവ് 50-50 ആൻഡ് നോ സ്ത്രീധനം. ഡീൽ. ചേട്ടാ, ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ചായ.
So, what do we mean by modern times? We mean by modern times as those are governed by modern philosophy. What do we mean by modernity? Modernity is again something that has been a discourse that is constructed on a contrived bedrock.
In the midst of these trying times, as the world is gripped by the pandemic, Cre8 2k21-22 stands as a beacon of hope as it unites young talent under the roof of an event that celebrates dance, art, music, technology, and theatre. Although this year Cre8 is hosted as an online event, we are glad to say that the enthusiasm and the exuberance of all the participants have made this an occasion worth cherishing. A huge round of applause to all of you who've made this event exceptional. Undoubtedly, such a remarkable event deserves a befitting closure. And so I invite each one of you to the closing ceremony of Cre8 2k21-22. As we commence this event, let us join together in prayer to usher in hope amidst the darkness. Let this light illuminate our path and help us all shine brighter.
Now, I solicit our beloved principal, Dr. Swaminathan Krishna, to address this wonderful gathering.
Hi, good evening. 2 marvelous days of non-stop cultural talent showcasing, completely driven by our Chambaga students end to end, and participated by over 200 students from across the city, is coming to an end now, and all the participant students, staff, coordinators, all are eagerly waiting for the result now. Honorable Chairman of Chambaga Schools, Secretary Madam, Director, Dean, Vice Principals, Cambridge Head, Coordinators, all staff, most importantly the teacher coordinator of Cre8, Padma Priya, Miss Annie, who has been rendering the technology support, and the heroes, superheroes, the student leadership powerhouse of the day, Cre8 core team, Nivedita, Naveed, and the entire Cre8 core team. And most importantly, the technology support now rendered by our students, Chris and Gautam. Welcome to the closing ceremony of Cre8 2021-22. Warm greetings to all present here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, almost before 5-6 months, when a set of very spirited, self-motivated students visited me, telling that want to talk about some cultural activity coordination, which we tried to do last year, and lockdown situation shut down, we couldn't really do it well. And we really don't want that to go dormant. And had a talk for half an hour to 45 minutes. And I really got a feeling that whatever the situation may be in the future, maybe complete shutdown and not or reopening of the school, this spirited set of students are really going to take it forward. And every school conduct quite a lot of literary, cultural, and sports event. But organizing a program with a great vision. What is the vision? Vision is to, it is create. Create is creating a platform for the children to exhibit their creativity. Children across the city, and the host school is not participating and rendering the entire capacity, entire energy for coordinating and organizing, including the fundraising for the self-reliant program. Amazing, amazing, amazing. No other word I can get. I know the secret most of the teachers realize when they take the teaching career, that the most advanced, the most powerful learning secret is not when we read a lot or write examination, not even when we do revision study, not even when we do the group study, not even with the repeated grasping of the concept and the clarity. It is when we teach someone else, when we really get the essence of whatever we are learning or trying to teach. This is what most of us, the we educators, the academicians, realize when we start teaching the children. Oh, now we really know the subject in deep. Similarly, children have been participating in quite a lot of stage program, off stage program, but when they really coordinate something, that is exactly the ultimate, the apex blossoming of the personality. They even had identified and arranged the chief guest. They had visited an n number of schools, and they had the complete dream coming to a reality when the school reopening was declared. Quite a lot of rehearsals, but their spirit and enthusiasm did not go down when again the school had to recently shut down. Hats off to you, dear children. I really feel so glad to be here in this closing ceremony to tell this, that from the bottom of my heart, that you have done an amazing job. Many of you are passing out of the institution, I know. Continue this. Continue this emotional and intellectual stamina. How will you develop the stamina? When you repeatedly do the exercise, emotional exercise and intellectual exercise, whenever, wherever, however you get the opportunity, coordinate for the common good, creating platform for the blossoming of creativity. Now, regarding the participants, I should tell this. We all say in our education psychology about the empowerment. When a variety of choreographers, directors rehearse the child, practice the child, train the child to go onto the stage for an annual day, let me say, and the parents, especially the mother, but when the child goes onto the stage, everybody realizes it's an entirely new personality. Oh, we didn't know he or she would make it in this way. That is called the empowerment. When the situation, the environmental situation comes to a reality, automatically the personality get that empowerment to showcase the talent. But how will that happen in front of a camera on a terrace, almost and deserted place with no viewers, no people to cheer, no people to applause? How will we get the empowerment? This is what I feel, that the real proactive spirit of the children who broke all these emotional barricades and did it in front of the camera to make it online with all the empowerment feeling and made it. Dear children, you will be leaders. Just participation, just being participant of Create 2021-22, my mind says you all going to be in a, not just this program alone, with all the adversities, all the uncertainties, despite all the difficulties, you have broken the emotional barricade and came forward to participate, you are winners. Then why do we wait for the result and the real winners? Like our honorable chairman told in the opening ceremony yesterday, we need competition for blossoming the creativity. Otherwise, it remain dormant because no one to harness it, no one to polish it. We need someone to polish the existing talent. And who will polish it? The competition. So the go-getters of today, and this attitude is really appreciable. All the participants, all the winners, all the coordinators of the program, wish you all the very best. Thank you so much for coordinating and being part of this. And dear lovely teachers who coordinated it, Miss Padma Priya, special thanks to you and your team, core team. Miss Annie Cherian, special thanks to you. All the teachers, all the non-teaching staff, the supporting staff, all of them who have helped this 2 days program coming reality by helping the entire team to prepare for almost 3 to 4 months and again 2 months in advance planning. It's a huge process, huge program. I feel really elated to be part of this. Wish you all the very best. And I take this humble opportunity to welcome our special chief guest today. And she is working in ISRO as a deputy director, Miss Mercy Varghese, an amazing person who has worked behind the ISRO. And thank you all for being part of this. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, participants. Thank you, coordinators. Thank you, Cre8 core team students.
I am profoundly honored to introduce you to the chief guest for the day, Mrs. Mercy Avey. She is designated as the Deputy Project Manager of the GSLV project at ISRO, a proud moment for the Lekor Chempaka family. I cordially invite Mrs. Mercy to address the gathering.
Introduce myself, already it is introduced. I am an engineer. I'm Mercy myself, an engineer in ISRO, and I'm currently working as Deputy Project Director in the area of mission of GSLV Mark II project. So before starting the brief some history of ISRO, I'd like to just share a few words of my career in ISRO. I joined in ISRO in 1992 and I've completed 30 years of service in the mission area of GSLV project. Actually, when you talk about a mission engineer, the job of a mission engineer is to just find out the trajectory, that is the path in which the vehicle traverses from ignition till the burnout and the orbit that it achieves to inject the spacecraft into the defined orbit. This is the job that I do. And for this 30 years, I've done a lot of improvements in the mission area. Whatever was existing was already changed and new visions were brought inside. Actually, what I want to tell to the youngsters before I tell about more of my career, that is our hard work and the passion towards the work. That is very important for any person to come up to their heights. So actually, we have a lot of problem solving, complex problems to be solved. When we talk about a trajectory, it is just not the path that the vehicle traverses. There are a lot of things like aerodynamics involved, the thermal aspects, that is the vehicle that's going, due to the aerodynamic heating, it can burn out. So the thermal protection systems, further the design aspects, how to inject it properly to a precise orbit, all these things are there involved, a complex problems. What I believe in my life, which I would like to share with you youngsters, is nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible in this universe. Whatever assignment is given to us, we have to try our level best to work hard and achieve the goal. And to tell whatever hard work that we do, the fruit of our hard work comes to the completion once the launch of GSLV happens. When we get a successful launch, actually the enjoyment that we accomplish during that time is something which is worth mentioning. We are really excited because from the data that we input to the design and the simulations that we do on ground for a vehicle which is on flight, and once that simulation, one out of that simulation is the flights, what we see. That's what we always talk about, the textbook launch. So then the happiness is tremendous. So now before completion, I'll just have a small a brief summary of ISRO, which I'll share with my PowerPoint. I hope this PowerPoint is visible to everybody. Is it visible? Can anyone tell? So I'll just start. This is a brief history of ISRO. We started with a humble beginning. Actually, what happened is the Indian National Committee for Space Research formed under Department of Atomic Energy. And then we had in 1963, the Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station. And 1967, we had the Satellite Telecommunication Earth Station set up at Ahmedabad. And 1969, ISRO was formed. And this is the first launch, Niki Apache, on 21st November 1963. Now, actually, why we chose Tumba is the Earth's magnetic equator passes near to Tumba, which is a fishing hamlet near to Thiruvananthapuram. And that's an ideal place for low altitude, upper atmosphere ionosphere studies. That is why we have chosen. And actually, you can see a church here. This was a church used by the people who were there. But later, this church was transformed into a laboratory. Now, this was the vision of the great scientist Vikram Sarabhai and Homi Bhabha, harness space technology for national development while pursuing space science research and planetary exploration. And I'll just talk about a difference between rocket and aeroplane. You can see that a rocket travels at very high speed of 30 to 40 times faster than the aircraft. For example, from Ernakulam to Trivandrum, it's less than 30 seconds. And one other thing is, since the aeroplane flies in the atmosphere, it can take the oxygen from the atmosphere, whereas for a rocket, we have to carry the oxidizer. This is the difference. Now, this is the basics of rocket flight. For every action, we have an equal and opposite reaction. You can see that reaction is the spacecraft moving, the launch vehicle moving in the positive direction, and the action is the exhaust that's coming out due to the propellant combustion. And this is the sounding rocket. You can see that initially the sounding rockets were carried in bicycles to the launch pad. And these are the earlier satellites. I'm not just fast going through. Aryabhatta, Bhaskara, Apple was the first communication satellite. And this is the ISRO space transportation system. The first three launch vehicles are now realized in ISRO, and these launch vehicles are used depending upon the satellite requirement. And then these are the future programs that's shown on the right side of the yellow line. That is the small satellite launch vehicle. Then we have the GEV, which is called RLV, GSLV experimental vehicle, in which we are taking an aeroplane model thing, which will be taken to space, do some experiments, and then it is brought down and then landed on the runway as an aeroplane lands. And then we have the test vehicle, which is a reusable vehicle, and a heavy lift vehicle. And then we have the human space flight. These are the programs which you are planning for. And this is the evolution of launch vehicle technology. We have started with 40 kg in LEO to 400 tons in the SSPO mission. The launch vehicle evolution, you can see from SLV, that is satellite launch vehicle, to RLV, we have gone reusable launch vehicle. And just I'll show and I'll touch upon this animation. You can just see the animation of the typical launch. This is the mission plan. Now these are the satellites which we have launched: INSAT 3E, Kalpana, and then finally to GSAT-2. And these are the applications for Earth observation. We use for Earth observation, forest, environment, biological things, then agriculture, soil, land, weather and climate, ocean, fishing zones to find out, disaster supports, and then tele-education. That is, you get through satellite the to the receivers, and from there different classes are being operated. The teaching ends. Then for telemedicines also operated through the signals from the spacecraft that's launched. And then the major missions accomplished. This is a space recovery experiment which we have done. We have brought back the space capsule. We have seen what is the type of thermal protection systems required to traverse the atmosphere. Then next one. Chandrayaan mission. This is what we have taken to the moon. We can see the GTO, the equatorial, the Earth transfer orbit, and then translunar injection, and finally going to the moon for injecting it in the moon orbit of some 100 cross 100 kilometer. And this is a Mars mission. You can see there's an Earth parking orbit. Each time it gets fired, it goes to a higher orbits, and finally it moves to the Mars transfer trajectory, and finally to the Mars orbit. Then these are the future plans with Chandrayaan-2 configuration. We are going to land a lander craft, a rover, and an orbiter craft. This is planned in GSLV Mark III vehicle, and this is the mission profile. Similarly, we have certain Earth burn sequence. Finally, it gets inserted into the moon's orbit. Then this is a low-cost access to space with RLV. We have done a mission with a solid motor, trying to take it to a certain altitude and a height of 2.3 meters, and then brought back to the runway. And this is a mission profile. You can see it is being taken, and then how the spacecraft, the RLV comes and lands. This is splashing to the Z. This case, future programs. We are planning of a small satellite launch vehicle. The advantage of this is we can take at any launch station and then launch it. Then next. This is a two-stage to orbit. This is also another program that we are planning for. Most effective access to space. Then air breathing propulsion, that is trying to take the oxygen from the atmosphere and use for propulsion, active propulsion. This is another one case. And then human space flight, which is the major throwback which we are trying to. And this is the future technology challenges like single stage to orbit, efficient propulsion, very high improvements in material technology. And the future demands also are there for space tourism, space exploration, possible only through technology breakthrough. And this is an attitude which I like to tell to all the engineers who like to join ISRO. Good observation and analysis, never take anything for granted, learning from mistakes and lessons, communication skills, report deviations in right time, instruct industry personnel, good presentation and reporting, people skills. Also we are seeing that is teamwork, continuous learning, critical. You have to criticize things whichever is found to be not proper, but supportive, respect individuals, and customer service, interest and passion. And the sky is the limit. And new frontiers of space technology is now emerging and challenging the new generation. Challenges can be faced by creative and hard-working personnel in design, development, testing and quality. Think creatively and critically, be curious to learn. Thank you. Aiming to new heights. This is all my presentation. So what I feel is, I hope I've completed with my talk.
Splendid. Thank you, ma'am, for those wonderful words of wisdom and inspiration. Dear all, now let's be all ears and eyes to a trailer on Cre8. Let's watch. Next, I wholeheartedly welcome Naveed Firooz Mansoor, one of the Cre8's heads, to felicitate.
Good evening, respected dignitaries, amazing participants, and dear friends. I feel immensely proud to be here at the closing ceremony of Cre8 2k21, and this is obviously a unique opportunity to be able to felicitate the astounding audience gathered here. I take this opportunity to first off thank every participant. I would also like to congratulate each and every one of you, regardless of whether you won or neither. Congratulations on trying. Congratulations for taking that step, sending in your applications, believing that you can do it, and then doing your best of that moment with your applications. Congratulations on the way. I would also like to thank and congratulate all my dear friends who believed in this event and then made it happen. I cherish each and every moment coordinating with our beloved principal, vice principal, teachers, academic heads, coordinators, and all the non-teaching staff who have enormously put in their time to build up our confidence and make this day happen. The interaction with each and every participant from different schools widened the team spirit. We value all the dignitaries, we value, respect, and thank all the dignitaries and judges who have been part and parcel of this event, and who has kept away time from their busy schedule to help support us and make this event a reality. Thank you all. This event, which is a totally student-driven one, has turned out to be quite a successful one, even in this adverse situation, only because we all stood together for a noble cause. I believe it is the massive passion of each and every one of the students in this team that has added color to this event. I am short of words when I talk about event heads who work tirelessly behind the screens. I remember our important sponsors who have understood the relevance of this event and acted as a pillar of support and by financing us. I hope each person who is connected with this event would cherish the memories associated with this event forever. Best of luck to you all forever. Thank you.
We had 2 marvelous days of excitement, motivation, curiosity, and thrill on this grandiose occasion of closing ceremony of Cre8 2021-22. We are thankful to each participant. Also, we deeply appreciate your courage and enthusiasm showcased throughout the event. We are sure that each participant has explored this wonderful platform to polish their skill and creativity. But as all say, all good things come to an end, and this is not an exception. But don't leave yet. We have reached the most exciting part of the ceremony, which is none other than the revelation of results. Keeping in mind that the experience is priceless and the participation matters the most. Now, let's be all ears.
Congratulations! Let's have a loud round of applause to all the participants and the winners who have overcome the adverse context and have made Cre8 a memorable one. Now, I wholeheartedly welcome Tanisha to deliver the vote of thanks.
A warm and graceful evening to one and all present here. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make Cre8 2022 a resounding success. Cre8 is one of the biggest statewide online inter-school competitions of the academic year. This is an inter-school event hosted by L'École Champka every year. The interaction of students carves out an innovative union of a total of 19 events. Although Cre8 2022 was hosted online for the first time, we did not let its real spirit drain out. I, on behalf of the Champaka family, would like to congratulate all the winners today and appreciate the efforts of everyone who participated. This year's theme symbolizes the amount of time we spent in isolation due to the pandemic and the loneliness felt during these hard times, but we still managed to find the light in darkness. I would like to sincerely thank all the schools who were here yesterday and are here today, without whom Cre8 wouldn't have been such a wonderful experience. First and foremost, I thank our chief guest, Mrs. Mercy Avey, who despite her busy schedule, who has found time to grace this occasion. On this occasion, I would like to thank our management, who has extended all sorts of support to the students who have shouldered the responsibility to conduct the mega event. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our honorable chairman who acted as a pillar support. Also, I would like to thank our secretary, Mrs. Sashikala Raj. I would like to extend my deepest sense of gratitude to our director, Mrs. Shija N., for her continued support. On this grandiose occasion, I would like to convey our thankfulness to our academic dean, Mr. Jens Thomas. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to extend my greatest sense of gratitude to our principal, Mr. Swaminathan Krishna, who has always encouraged the team to the maximum. I would like to place my deepest sense of gratitude to our vice principal, senior school, Miss Annie Cherian, who is a highly dedicated and inspiring individual, who has contributed immensely to Cre8 2022. Her vision, support, and commitment gave us the confidence in conducting this event. On behalf of the Cre8 team, I would like to thank Miss Ivy John, Vice Principal, Junior School, and our beloved academic head, Mr. Sanu Joseph, who have always encouraged us. On this grandiose occasion, I would like to thank Ms. Regina Vivek, Senior School Coordinator, for the solid support and guidance in coordinating the mega event. I would like to thank Ms. Manju Gopalakrishnan, Coordinator, Middle School, for all the support. I express my heartfelt thankfulness to the Cre8 Students Committee, headed by Niveta Ramesh, Naveed Manzoor, Sri Krishna Praveen, and Karen Epen. Tech team headed by Chris and Gautam. Also, I extend my sincere gratitude to all the event heads and all the students from grade 9 to 12 who have showcased the skill of teamwork. I express my sincere gratitude to all the participants from various schools across the city. I place my record of thankfulness to Cre8 Teachers Panel for their tireless effort and valuable contributions. My heartfelt thanks to the heads of various departments and the faculties for all needful help and guidance and encouragement. I owe special gratitude to all the non-teaching staff, including Ms. Ambali and Ms. Renju and Mr. Sanoj, and all the chechis who have worked hard to grease various instances for the smooth functioning of the event. Last but not least, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all the encouraging parents for their unstinted support to make this event successful and a memorable one. Once again, I thank you all for being here today.
എടാ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പയ്യന്മാരെ നോക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റേറ്റസ് അല്ല, ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻസ് ആണ് അല്ലടാ. കാലം മാറി മോനെ, ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഈക്വലാ.
മച്ചാൻ നമുക്കങ്ങ് കെട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ കല്യാണ ചെലവ് 50-50 ആൻഡ് നോ സ്ത്രീധനം. ഡീൽ. ചേട്ടാ ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ചായ.
mean by modern times? We mean by modern times as those are governed by modern philosophy. What do I mean by modern philosophy? Modernity is again something that has been a discourse that is constructed on a contrived bedrock.
Sorry guys, pen താഴെ പോയി. Can you repeat it?
ഒരല്പം ഫണ്ണില്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ എന്ത് ജീവിതം? ഫൺ സ്റ്റിക് ഐസ്ക്രീം, പ്യൂർ, റിയൽ, ഡെലീഷ്യസ്. Pure smile in a venom, pure taste. Fun stick ice cream, pure, real, delicious.
Please rise for the national anthem.